Once again, when your argument begins on a basis of racism, then that's racist. Some background. Somebody said, show one clip of Charlie Kirk being racist, and I've done dozens of videos of him being racist, but I did a video reply to that comment saying, would it matter if I showed you the clips again? Because you don't think he's racist. So I could show you 10 minutes of him being racist, but it wouldn't matter because you don't think he's racist. This person says, truth is racist? I don't know what truth he's talking about. The part about DEI is not racist. It's true. Here's where we get into it. Less qualified people were hired because there needed to be diversity. That is just fact. So how is it racist? The racism part comes in when you start from a standpoint of they're black, they must be less qualified. You don't know anything. When you talk about the Charlie Kirk thing, when it comes to him talking about questioning the qualifications of a black surgeon or a black pilot, you are starting from a standpoint of they're black, therefore they're less qualified. That's racism. And it's why DEI programs exist. See, you don't know anything else about the people, right? Let's talk about the pilot thing for a minute. You got a black pilot and a white pilot. You don't know anything else other than one's black and one's white. Your assumption right off the bat is black is less qualified. Less qualified people were hired. How do you know? If you get on a plane and you see you get on United Airlines, the airline we like to fly, and you see a black pilot, and you think like Charlie Kirk, and you say, well, I'm going to question the qualifications here. Did you get your job because you're DEI? Did you get your job because you're black? You are starting from a standpoint of you're black, therefore you must not be qualified, or at a minimum, you are less qualified than the white pilot in the next plane. That's racism. I mean, just from this perspective alone, do you think major airlines would hire somebody who is not qualified to fly a plane? Do you think that they would put somebody in the cockpit who did not have the qualifications to operate that piece of machinery, to operate that plane, solely because they were black? If you do, then that's really racist, but it's also kind of crazy to think that there are airlines out there that are hiring people without the qualifications to fly their planes, putting their equipment and their customers at risk so that they could have a black pilot. That's not a thing. But you only see black and white. That's the only aspect you know when it comes to this equation. And you instantaneously go, less qualified people were hired. How do you know the black pilot was less qualified than the white pilot? Maybe the black pilot was actually as qualified or more qualified. Or maybe the white pilot had more qualifications under their belt, but don't react well to certain situations like the black pilot does, and they wanted somebody who reacted better to those situations. Who the hell knows? All you know is one's black and one's white, and you immediately jump to black pilot is less qualified. When your entire argument is founded on a racist standpoint that the black person must be less qualified, that's racism. And once again, it's why DEI programs exist.